What's going on, everybody? So I want to thank you all for coming back and watching another episode on my YouTube channel or podcast, whichever way that you're looking at it. Now, before we get into the episode, I want to just let you all know that I own a graphic design agency. So if you need any type of graphic design services, whether it's a logo, animation, illustration, I don't know, we can put you in an hour-long cartoon and have, I don't know, the Incredibles running around everywhere. Like it really doesn't even matter. So we can do any and everything. So if you need any graphic design services, reach out to me. You can click the link down below in the description and get 20% off your first order. Now we can get into the episode. Peace. Thank you for watching. What's going on, everybody? It is Nate, owner of ForTheWinners.com, and we are back with another episode of What I Would Do, where you just pretty much, you ask me questions, and I just give you my opinion on what I would do. So this show is really just like you just having a friend, and you just got you got a question and you just asking for an educated opinion on it. And if I can answer the question in an educated manner, I'm gonna answer it and tell you what I would do. If I can't, I'm gonna literally just tell you I don't know. So like this is what this show is really all about. So so today we got my bro Ahmad on the show. He's a real estate investor. And he decided to come on and ask me a couple of questions or even one question. I don't really know. So we gonna see. So what's good, bro?
What's good? How everybody doing?
So, man, what's your question?
So my main question, honestly, is if you were in my shoes, obviously doing exactly what I'm doing, digital course that you offer, as well as online consultations for mobile home investing, what would be your best go-to strategy as far as online marketing?
Great question. So now this is something that I can answer. So far as far as like consultations and stuff like that, people have just been paying me for them without me even like offering them or promoting them. So I've made close to like $2,000 just off of consultations without even like offering them at all. So
Right.
and it's a reason why people are doing that. Also, just when it goes into the digital course side, I push my business mainly. So like the course money is just like yo, I just be looking at my fucking phone and just be like, shit, my courses are sold out. I'm about to just go add more in there. And then even with that, I just be letting people pay whatever they want for them. And
Right.
I'm just saying this to the audience so they'll know I like to do this so they'll know I have experience in whatever it is that's coming out of my mouth. So like, so as far as courses, I've made close to like 3K in total off of courses on and off like my own site and like Gumroad and stuff like that. And that's just been me like letting people pay whatever they want or, whatever. And the reason why people are buying them is a reason behind that too. So the number one thing that needs to happen is you need to really position yourself as like a credible person. So like that's number one, because the main reason why people buy like these courses and stuff like that is because they know you have experience in that area. You know what I mean? So like you have to really position yourself in a way that makes you look like who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like a person that knows about, has done what they're talking about, has had success in what they're talking about. So, and there's multiple ways that you can do that. So one way that not a lot of people try to take advantage of is the association rule. So in the human brain, like our brain is constantly associating like different things with different things and trying to come to conclusions about, what something is, right? So let's just hypothetically say like behind me right now was $1 million in cash, like just on the wall, like straight cash, just sitting behind me. If you saw that, you would immediately think like I got some stupid money, just because without even seeing my bank account, without even seeing anything, just from me having $1 million in cash, like just behind me, you would immediately think that. And that's because your brain is just constantly trying to associate one with two and then making conclusion. So like you have to take advantage of that when it comes to people. So I will be trying to get on different real estate podcasts. I will be trying to rub shoulders with different real estate people in the public eye. Not, you have your own network behind the scenes, of course, but like I'll be trying to rub shoulders with credible like real estate people and stuff like that, and get on different real estate podcasts to build the association gap up, in people's heads. So, and when it comes to the type of people you associate yourself with, I'll be trying to associate myself with, number one, people who are like well-known, you know what I mean? Like well-known people, because if they see you rubbing shoulders with a well-known real estate guy, then they're going to immediately think, without even knowing anything about you really, that you're like that level, you know what I mean? So like, and then also I would be trying to rub shoulders with real estate people that are lower than me as well, because you want to look like a leader. So like, you know what I mean? So if they're lower than you, you can associate with people that are lower than you in a way that makes you look like some type of like authority. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
What I'm trying to say?
No, it makes sense.
So that's the number one thing that I would be trying to do, that not a lot of people are trying to do. And you can do that through paying for it, like paying for shout outs and stuff like that, because everything got a price. You know what I'm saying? And you're really just paying for the sale. You're paying for that association. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like the same reason why people pay for Forbes articles and stuff like that is because
Yahoo Finance and
exactly. You can do that too, and that it just builds up that association that makes you feel like more of an authority in that market. So like that's what I will be trying to do. And even as far as podcasting, you can do a podcast once a month, or whenever you got time or whatever, and even if you do it once a month, just be trying to get the biggest real estate person possible, like on your podcast, strictly for the association. You know what I mean? So like that's the first thing that I would do. Secondly, it's obviously like content. So like, that, and that's like a obvious one is literally just the content. And with the content itself, number one, like you're educating people on the topic with your content, and also you're showing people that you know what you're talking about. So like I've noticed, even with me, like right now I'm putting out like 50 pieces of content per day. So, and I've noticed like with me putting out a lot of material, my sales have been increasing, and like people reaching out to me has been increasing. And one reason behind that is because I'm constantly in front of people's faces. Like you know what I mean? Like the more people see you, like the more familiar they are with you, the more comfortable they are with you, and the more likely they are.
I have no choice but to see you.
Exactly. So and you got to think about like advertising. Like the first time somebody sees something, that's not when they're going to buy. They need to see you like 7-8 times, you know what I mean, before they actually take action on something. So like number one is the content, just so you can stand in front of people's faces. And then the obvious one is just you educating people on the topic so they'll know that you are who you say you are, you know what I mean? And then also vlogging and stuff like that, so people can see the day-to-day of it. Because even with you vlogging will like inspire people, you know what I mean, to say like, okay, like this is what I really want to do, or this is, you know what I mean? Or so like, secondly, is the content. And with the content as well, and one thing that people don't really do is run ads on their content. Like people normally like run ads for like awareness on their content. Most people run conversion ads, but not a lot of people run ads just to be seen. You know what I mean? So like, and you can run ads at like like $5 a day, or or something like that. And I mean, and they can even be conversion ads, but literally just you running the ad and then you using your content as the advertisement itself will do a lot. And this is something that I picked up on from seeing like a lot of content creators. Course sellers do this. They'll like say if you were vlogging, right? And then you're vlogging like a deal you're making with a home seller or whatever, right? Then you will use that vlog as your advertisement on social media, right? And I've seen like other course creators do this, and also one of my bros, Dantes, this is something that he pushes a lot, like giving people game in your advertisement in order for them to click on something. Because even I've noticed if I see an ad that has a gym in it, I'm more likely to click on it versus something that's just like,
if you giving away the ad for free, like what are you giving away when I'm paying for it?
Exactly. So like So second thing is like the content, and and that's pretty much a given, which pretty much anybody you know. And the last thing that I would do is I'll be trying to like build a lot of like community, like a lot of community. So like so what I mean by that is, for example, the people that bought my Twitter course, starting literally today, I'm about to send out a mass email and be like, every once a week, we all gonna link up and just talk about stuff that was covered in the course or whatever, right? I'm even thinking about doing something like that for people who haven't even bought my course. You know what I mean? So like, just link up and just be talking about social media and stuff like that. So like building a lot of community driven activity will help you. It'll help you a lot with selling your course because people will feel more comfortable with you. You know what I mean? And like I had a person literally like a couple of days ago. He bought 3 of my courses. Like literally, he hit me up like, "Hey, I know you only got 1 left, but I want to buy 3." And I can literally show you this DM right now. He was just like, you can see it right there. He's like, "Bro, it's probably backwards on this fucking screen, but like he literally said like, I'll buy 3 of your courses and whatever." And that's literally just from really digging in and building community, because most people be focused on like width, like a lot of width but no depth. You know what I mean? So like, even with the people who have already bought your course, I will be reaching back out to those people. And then every week, y'all link up and y'all talk about stuff that's going on, because that'll allow you to upsell them on more stuff, upsell them on a console, upsell them on a shirt or whatever, or a hoodie. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
A lot of people are doing that. They just selling stuff and then just leaving people by the wayside. But those people that have bought something, that's just the beginning. Like those are honestly your easiest customers, because they've already bought something from you. So they're going to keep buying more stuff. You just have to keep digging deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You know what I mean? So like, and this is all of like not a lot of people dig in and really
because I mean, when I really think about it, I don't have a true follow-up. Like the people I follow up with are people that obviously they have my number, and I'll check in with them every now and then, see how they doing, see how their current deals are going. But other than that, people that have just bought a course maybe one time, bought the book one time, and I haven't spoke to them again. You were like just reneging with those people and coming back around to, obviously make sure everything is good. And really just start an email list. That's one thing I don't have. I have the emails, but just ain't did shit with them.
Yeah.
So.
Because like, the email list, those be like, those are money. Like number one, the email list, those are really money. It can help you out in so many different ways. But like, to even just like tiptoe your way into going full in, with the email list, I would first, number one, set up a mass Zoom session with all of the people that have bought your course. So I would literally all the people who have bought your hoodie and all of the people who have bought your course. So like, and I would just send out one mass email and say, "Hey, I'm having this event on this day, and everybody is invited. We're gonna all come in and we're gonna all talk about real estate or whatever, right? And questions or whatever, and boom, you come in and then you do that. Then you just record the entire thing. Like you record the entire event, right? And it's all over Zoom. So then what you can do with that is you can use that as your next email and say, "Hey, if you're having any trouble with real estate, blah, 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 here's a 1-hour Q&A session that you can watch that'll help you out with." Boom. Then like right there, that's where you can pretty much start. Like that's 2 emails in itself right there. And then you can really just keep repeating that over and over.
And chop that up into content too, like to actually post.
Exactly. And in the 1-hour Q&A session, you can get like 20 videos out of a 1-hour Q&A.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much shit talked about. Yeah.
Literally, bro. And that's the easiest stuff. And then, and then the questions that people are asking in your Q&A can be used as email content as well. So like you can put like the most commonly asked questions for blah, blah, blah. And then You know what I'm saying? That really requires no effort of you going out and finding information or anything like that. You're literally just using whatever people give you and then throwing it back at them. So like even this content series right here, a lot of people don't know why exactly I started this content series. The reason why I started this content series is, number one, most people hate getting a lot of DMs, and they hate getting a lot of DMs, and you know they don't answer them, or they feel like when people DM them, they feel like when people DM and ask them questions, they're like entitled. They feel like the people are being entitled and they gotta be. I'm sure you've seen people talk about that, right? Like, why does me expecting me to ask? So like me, I think the exact opposite. I think, okay, you want me to give you value? You want me to give you value? So I'm gonna need you to give me value as well. And then we can do it. So I want as many people to ask me questions in my DM as possible. Because then all I'm gonna do is say, all right, you can come on the What I Would Do show and then ask me whatever you want for 30 whole minutes. Then now they've gotten their question answered, and also I've gotten like a week's worth of content out of it. So now it's I don't care. I can get 30 people in my DM asking me something. Like, they just gonna come on the What I Would Do show, and then I'm gonna record it, and then boom. So now look, they getting the free content. And then it also helps me brand wise as well, because now it's like, wow, this person really took the time to like answer this question for me, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So like, and saying not to say like that's a way of me like not even having to create anything. I'm just taking what people give me and then throwing it back at people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like your questions that you just asked. I didn't have to do anything to create nothing. You just asked me something and I just answered it, and then now I'm just putting it out. Like, so saying that to say, bro, like that'll be an easy way for you to get an email list flowing. Because number one, like I said, invite everybody, do the Q&A. You can get people the Q&A. Then you can take each question that was asked, transcribe it, and then transcribe your answer, and then that can be email sequences in itself. Like this person asks, frequently asked question, what should you say to a buyer who says this? And then you just put your response to whatever question that was. You know what I mean? And not to like beat a dead horse, but like 1 hour Q&A, you're gonna get like 15 questions. You know what I'm saying? So and that's verified emails.
Now, do you write your own emails, or you using somebody?
Okay. I write my own emails. Like right now, with me building this agency, like I can't afford to hire an email marketer. But pretty soon, like later this year, I'll have a person who like be writing my emails and stuff like that. I also have a guy coming up this week. He runs a email marketing agency. He got like a 7-figure agency. It's like booming. So he about to be on the podcast, just dropping gems on like how to grow your email list and how to engage them and stuff like that and blah blah blah. So that'll be like super cool. I'm happy that you asked that question too, though. But so
another question I had. So just starting the podcast as a whole has been something that's on my mind. I'm tired of deferring it. But the thing that I've been troubled about is being that I'm in such a niche market, being of mobile homes, right? Do you think that the podcast should be mobile home related, or should I invite people on real estate base as a whole?
I would say
I should niche it down to mobile homes. Should I?
I would say start broad. I would say start broad because it'd be easier for you to build up content. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Start broad, and then still just be looking for the mobile home people. But you want to get a lot of episodes in, as possible. You know what I mean? So you don't want to have to spend 2 weeks looking for a mobile home person. You know what I mean? When you could have found like 3 people within that time span, and then once the 2 weeks came, you didn't found a mobile home person. So I would say go broad and still have your your mobile home stuff. Because I know that, well, I can assume that things that happen in real estate in general still apply to mobile home investing, right?
Yeah, it's some of the same practices. Yeah, just a different asset class, literally.
So what you can do is you can go broad and then invite people on, and then the questions that you ask them, make sure that they are applicable to mobile home investing. So when the questions are getting answered, they're all things that people can use in the mobile home investing, market. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So I would
that makes sense.
go broad and just make sure the questions that you ask are tailored to what exactly your audience wants. So, you know, and that's what I would do. And that'll be the smartest thing.
And as far as that, do you feel like that's something that should be video? The podcast should be video recorded as well. Do both, or should it only be?
Hell yeah, because you can put it in more places. So like,
besides just being on, Shopify or Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. I would say video recorded because you can reach more heads that way. You know what I mean? Versus just most people do podcasts on an audio platform. Me, I do video and then just strip the audio. So I'm just trying to get out as much. I'm trying to squeeze as much content out of what I have. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I would do, bro.
No, that was really like my biggest concern, honestly, was those two things. We talked about courses. We talked about just marketing online. For a minute, I was focused on Instagram, and when I made the switch to like really focusing on Twitter, my Twitter following has grew so rapidly and so fast. Like, honestly, I'm maybe like probably 200 away from 8,000 followers, and it seems like that shit happened, bro. Like literally overnight. Like I think I've been on Twitter, I want to say like a year, bro. I don't even think it's been longer than maybe a year and a half, maybe if that. So, and I mean, that was just consistently putting out, I don't even want to say content, but just, that's shit. It's just different kinds of content. I mean, just consistently posting. I just like better with Twitter that obviously you don't have to post a picture to say something like Instagram. Instagram, you got to kind of put a picture with it and, but just really trying to find a balance. My next issue, I feel like, is just trying to find a balance for all of it and not only be tunnel vision to one. Because I get on Twitter mostly out of everything, like trying to post more on TikTok, go back to Instagram, of course, Facebook. Because I mean, even my Facebook, I got so many followers on Facebook from years ago that can eventually be converted to fucking sales. I just never know. People that I might have went to school with 10 years ago might be interested in hopping in. So really just trying to find a balance for everything so that I can dump value into all platforms. Well, like I said, even just finding a balance for it and not overfilling this one over here and neglecting this one right here. So I think that's like my next biggest issue that I've noticed myself about my brand. And just really, like you said, just brand awareness, just getting more and more out there. The other morning I was on Clubhouse. Guy reached out to me, get on Clubhouse. So just opportunities like that, just get more and more into spaces like that a plethora of new people that have never seen me before are now hearing about me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. So, and we got like 5 minutes left on this thing. So as far as that is concerned, bro, I would start with number one. All right, it's 3:25. So I would start number one, video content. You tweet a lot during the day. Like you tweet a lot during the day. Most people do that have Twitter. Look at all your tweets and then just start saying all of them on a video. Between last year and now, you've tweeted at least 2,000 times. So that's 2,000 videos that you can make, and you already have the script and idea for it right there. All of my TikTok reels and all that are my tweets. And that's what I keep trying to tell people, like, that's the reason why I'm able to put out 5, 6 of them per day. Because I'm literally just looking at what I just tweeted yesterday and then just getting on camera and just saying it on the camera. Like, that's literally all that I'm doing. So, like, that right there in itself would cut down a lot on how much time and effort it takes out of you to make stuff, because you've already posted stuff and you're literally just retweeting something. I mean, just saying something on video that you've already tweeted. So like
Right.
that one, that's easy. And that's something that you can do literally today. Just say something that you just tweeted on a video in a cool way. So that number one. Next thing is focus on making a lot of long form content so you can just break it down and then put the clips everywhere. So like this thing has lasted 30 minutes right here. This is like a week's worth of content right here because it's like 7 videos that I can make out of this. Like this point that I'm making right now is a video. So like
Right.
make long form stuff and then just break down the points of like the main points into smaller like 30
Snippets,
snippets. Then boom, right there, right there you're looking at that's like a one. I would just do one clip from the long form per day so you can stretch it out more. So like right there, that's what, like 6-7 pieces, 6-7 pieces of content, your tweets plus your long form. Then you got just you vlogging. Like you vlogging is just doing like regular everyday shit. So like right there, that's 10 pieces of content right there. Like it's really easy when you just break it down. Like it just takes the effort. Like say your tweets on camera. That's 5 to 6 videos because you tweet a lot during the day. Next, focus on long form and then just break down the clips. Now that's about 1, maybe 2 videos that you can make right there. So now you got 7. Then you vlog and stuff that you're doing on your day to day. Like you got to do the Airbnb thing right now. That right there is a form of video, right there that you can make. And then now you have 10 pieces of content per day. And then now you look at the span over a week. Well, let's just speak for one day, right? Well, what I just gave you, now you're putting out 50 to 60 pieces of content per day when you add it up over all platforms. Then when you look at it over a week, that's hundreds of material that you put out. Then you got ads running on the back end of the content too to build more awareness. Plus maybe shout outs. Remember the association thing that I was talking about, and then now you just moving. So like,
makes sense.
Yeah, man. So, that's what I would do, bro. And now we closing in on the end of the episode of what I would do. So everybody who has watched this episode, I hope you got a lot out of it. And like I said, this is not expert advice. It's literally just my educated opinion on it. If I didn't know, I would literally say I don't know. So like, hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Ahmad, appreciate you for coming on, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.